Dave Rubin, the host of the Rubin Report, joins me now. Dave, we see pictures of you on stage with Frankie Valli. Tell us about this. You pretty excited?
Come on, man. Does it get any cooler than that? And look, I've got an extra button open because I'm doing it Jersey style for the show today. Let me tell you, Frankie Valli, who has brought so much joy to my life and my family and literally millions of people for basically 6 decades. I mean, Sherry was the Four Seasons first hit back in '62, so he's been doing this for over 65 years, basically, because they started, obviously, a little bit before that. 90 years old. We got to chat for a bit before his show in Fort Myers a couple days ago, and just to talk about music and the way that rhythms have changed and how he's seen so many people come and go, and that he still does it really for the love of the people. And then Will, I got the shout out during the show itself. It does not get much better than that. So yes, it was, oh, what a night for me. And just to see, you know, you and I, we get privileged to interview politicians and actors and celebrities and comics, you know, people that maybe we loved growing up or that do an awful lot of good in the world. But somebody that just is just grinding still at this point, it was truly one of the best moments in my career, really.
I keep catching myself looking down at the monitor to see, so you're 2 buttons down. That's not normal for you, Dave. I mean,
no, this is
at my age, I still haven't figured it out.
I can't go lower than this.
Okay. I'm perpetually stuck between 1 and 2 buttons when I do open collar. Here's an awkward segue. How about the state of California and the people of California stuck with their next potential option as governor, Kamala Harris, which insiders, according to a new poll, kind of give an answer of meh when it comes to Kamala. The overwhelming response was whatever, indifferent to her run. But interestingly, Dave, registered voters in California, and I know you're a recent refugee of California to Florida, registered voters had a little bit more excitement about the prospect of Kamala Harris as governor, which says something about the voters in California.
Well, first, I'll work that segue for you. We basically are going from someone at 90 years old still doing what he was born to do to a woman who's what? I don't know. She's probably late 40s, early 50s, who's doing something that nobody seems to want her to do.
No, she's 60. Isn't Kamala's 60?
She's 60? Okay, yes. Wow. All right, I was giving her a couple years. All right. Look, the thing is that as crazy as California is, it still has an awful lot of sane people. That's the weird thing about California, because it is so massive that even if a guy like Gavin Newsom, who, you know, pretends he's not a radical but then always does all the radical things, even if he wins with 55% of the vote, that means about 45% of the people don't like him. So when Kamala comes along and it's like, what does she really stand for? Nobody has any clue. Was she a moderate, you know, what we were sold as a moderate Dem like Biden, or was she a true radical? I think she falls more on the radical side. Or is she just sort of this amorphous thing that will do whatever it can do to get power? I see no real future in politics for her. The difference between her and Hillary Clinton is Hillary Clinton, whether you like her or not, she had a set of beliefs, right? There you could basically figure out what her political ethos was, what side of an issue she was on. And even though I disagree with someone like Hillary Clinton on probably 90% of the issues, I believe that she believes what she says. Kamala, there's just simply no reason to believe that she says anything that she actually believes. And that's why it all turns into word salad and Venn diagrams and Russia big, Ukraine small. So maybe enough people in California are like, nah, we're not going to do it.
All right, I'm just going to ask you this as a follow-up in the limited time we have left together. The difference, I think, is not a coherent ideology. It's intelligence. Because I'll ask you to do this. Define Hillary Clinton's driving view of America or coherent political philosophy.
Sure. I would say Hillary Clinton basically is a big government Democrat. So that is very different than, say, a woke, equity-facing DEI Democrat that Kamala Harris is. So Hillary, I think she loves America. I disagree with her solutions for America. That's fundamentally different than Kamala Harris, who it's unclear to me whether she loves America, and I absolutely disagree with her policies for America. But that's a pretty big distinction.
I think you're on the right track. I think Hillary had a managerial attitude toward the United States, that the United States should be managed by elites, an establishment class, and she considered herself at the top of that pyramid of that class of management. Okay,
big government,
Dave Rubin.
man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Dave. We'll see you.